All right, a couple of things I want to talk about here. Touching bases with you to let you know where we've been, where we are, and where we're going from here. We're almost to the end of the quarter. We've got 3 weeks left. We started out the quarter in basic communication skills and learning the process. And then we went on to perception and the sense of self. And then we went on to things like listening and nonverbal communication and other interpersonal skills. And then we did, last week, we did a chapter on working in groups. And we all know what that's like. Hopefully that the chapter we did gave you a little bit better understanding of how you can improve on groups from your experiences in the past. All right, so now we're going to move to public communication. So starting this week, we're going to do an informative speech. And we'll do it. We'll slowly build it over the last 3 weeks of the quarter, and then at the end of the quarter, you will upload a recorded video of your informative speech. Now, I'll post all the criteria for it for you. So how long was it supposed to be? What are the topics? And how do I put this together? How do I research it? How do I organize it? And how do I deliver it? So I'll have all those little videos for you that you can look at. They're already done. So I want to let you know that this is an overview class. So what we did is we started on learning the 5 areas of communication. Actually, we're just doing 4 of them. The 5 areas, though, I can let you know, are intrapersonal communication, so your thought process, interpersonal communication, communication between 2 people, small group communication, communication with 3 to 12 people generally, and now we're doing public communication, which is one-on-one or one-to-many. Where you stand in front of a group. Now, I'll warn you ahead of time with public communication, getting ready for your speech, it's preparation, of knowing how to do it and preparing properly, and you'll be okay. I know a lot of people say, well, gee, I'm not good at public speaking, and that's not true. Everybody can be good at public speaking. What you're really saying is I'm not good at preparing. All right, so preparation is a big deal. Like Russell Wilson always says this, is that separation is in preparation. In other words, to separate from everybody else and build your brand and get recognized and succeed in life, it's all in the preparation. So we'll learn how to prepare here. All right. Now, be sure to follow the instructions to the T. So watch through those videos I'll put out, read through the instructions, and follow step by step. I take you right through a step-by-step process to do it. If you stay with those steps, this will be easy. If you try to skip a step, it's trouble. You'll have a tough time. You'll be confused. You'll wonder what kind of instructions are these. So you have to stay with the process. Don't get ahead of yourself. Step by step by step. Okay? Topic, objectives, research, putting together the research, and then writing the outline and delivering a speech. So make sure you follow those things. All right. Now, why am I spending 3 weeks on public speaking? I think it's very important that we spend this time on public speaking because this is what you're going to use most in your lifetime. You use the interpersonal skills with one-on-one, but there's going to come times in your life and your career where you have to do more than one-on-one. We have to speak to groups, whether it's in small groups, speaking to 3 or 4 people, small groups, or whether it's speaking at a large organization to 300 people or 3,000 people. Here's the things that helps you with public speaking with those skills and knowing how to organize, think on your feet. You'll get better grades. It'll help you in job interviews, so you'll get better jobs. And by the way, the people you compete with, jobs that people want, well-paying jobs that are competitive. The people you're competing with have public speaking skills, so you need to have them too, just to be in the ballpark there. So they'll help you in job interviews. When you get the job, it'll help you with pay raises. It'll help you with promotions, and especially with promotions. In most organizations, people would rather run for the hills than to give a speech. So that leaves a great opportunity for you in an organization. So when the boss says, I need somebody to give a presentation at a meeting, just raise your hand really fast and take it, because everybody else is looking away or looking their heads down, because there's no way they want to speak in front of a group because they don't know how. Now, you're going to know how, and you'll know how to prepare, so you'll be able to do this. And there's no better way to build your brand, get noticed, get recognized, influence, than through public speaking. All right, so those are the biggest skills of all that you can take with you. It really helped me with my business when I was in business. Ironically, I was teaching people how to do public speaking to build their brands. But just the fact that I'd go out and speak at conferences and organizations, that sort of thing, that's where I found my business. All right. So we're going to start with topic selection. You're going to be able to pick any topic that you want within guidelines. I put some guidelines out there. I'd really rather we all stay away from societal issues, as sometimes they can get tough, and the scope of their research might be so a lot. Yeah, but I give you some examples of things that you can talk about. Remember one thing. Now listen closely. This is an informative speech. It's not a persuasive speech, right? We do a different model, different organization. So this is a persuasive speech. So I'm sorry, this is an informative speech. So don't get persuasive. There's a spot in the informative speech where we persuade, but we only persuade people to listen to us. It's called, why is this speech important to the audience? That's the only time. Everything else, though, we just talk about the what or the how of something. How do you do something, or what is something, or what is a person, place, or thing? Okay. Once you use the word why, or you use the word advantages, or you use the words benefits, any of those types of words, or tell us what we should do, those are all persuasive. So don't do any why you should do this, or you should do this, or the benefits of this, or the advantages of this. Don't do any of those. Those are persuasive. We want to stay with informative. If you do a good informative speech, you can always go back and do a good persuasive speech, because you've laid the foundation. All right. So remember that. How to do something, or what something is. Okay. And something would be a noun, a person, place, or thing. All right. Some people talk about, how to prepare a skillet, a cast iron skillet, for cooking, or how do you pick out a plant, or how do you pot a plant, or just simple things like that. I'm interested in you learning the process, and once you learn the process, you can put any content in it. Now, I'm going to have rubrics out for everything, so it's very objective grading. So make sure you look at the rubrics, because we're going to have a few assignments. So when you have assignment due, there's a rubric for it. So make sure you look at the rubric and match up with what you're doing, and then that will help you get the better grade. So if you lose points on anything, you can just look over at the rubric and you can see where you lost them. So make sure you follow that through. They'll be published for you. All right. I haven't talked to you for a while. I hope everything's going well. I know many of you are doing pretty well. Some of you probably think this is the easiest class you ever took, and some of you think this is the most confusing class you ever took. And it's very simple. It's just a matter of reading the instructions and then following the rubrics and doing the work, in a methodical way. That's all it is. And it's easy to do. But when you start skimming instructions, we start skimming processes, and you're not reading the instructions where you're all there and looking at it, this can be confusing. But if you put it all together, it's there. And I kind of do it in several ways to make sure everything is clear. So those of you doing great. I mean, you're just killing it. You're having a very easy quarter, and actually I enjoy your writings and that sort of thing. So enjoy reading them. All right, and if you're not doing that, start doing it. And if you have any questions or you want to talk to me, remember I'm online on Zoom here every Monday from 12 o'clock to 1 o'clock. So if you have any concerns or questions, that type of thing, you drop in. Otherwise, send me an email. I prefer you send me email through Canvas, though. And try not to do it through comments. It's hard for me to dig through the comments and find things. So send me an email through Canvas. That's the best way. But you can send it to me through the Highline email too. All right, you guys. These will be fun speeches. You'll be uploading a video speech, a video of your speech to Canvas. Generally, what I do, like what I'm doing with this, I have a YouTube account and I just save it to YouTube and then just put in the YouTube link, and I'll have a couple of instructions for you on that too. So, and some of you will be happy. Over the next 2 to 3 days, I'm going to open up the rest of the quarter. So I'll have all the way to the end. So a few of you, small number of you, but a few of you would really like to work ahead. So you'll be able to finish your quarter here this next week if you want to. All right. Good luck. I'll talk to you soon.